Most of us have tried majority of the great picks, but what if you want to try some picks before Arena leaves that are also good? If you have seen my previous video about the best picks in Arena you got to try, then you know Vladimir is an amazing mage to play in Arena. So what is a mage that is really strong but yet it seems like she doesn't get any play? Orianna is the answer. Orianna has amazing area of control damage and CC, making her super strong for 2v2 skirmishes. While Vladimir is a frontline, Orianna can make a frontline champion even stronger. Picking some bruiser that benefits from movement speed like Trundle or Nasus, she can really help them get into the fight, while champions like Hecarim or Rengar that can engage can help you set up amazing shockwaves and instantly win the fights. She synergizes very well with majority of augments for mages, so it's very rare that she won't offer some value to your team comp. Of course, you do not want to pick her with another mage, as this incentivizes your opponents to build a MA which hard counters the burst damage of Orianna. In the previous video we had recommended a champion if you want to build your teammate. Another great option is Nami. While enchanters do not see a lot of play in the arena, Nami is a pick you really have to try it for yourself to see how strong she is. She can offer everything a teammate would like to have. Damage from her E that can be used both by mages and also AD carries, and slow the enemies, healing, knockups and even movement speed, making her great supportive option for every possible teammate you could have. Whether they are a tank, a mage, an AD carry or a bruiser, Nami has something to offer to them and get you ready to get the first place. And while most traditional enchanters like Soraka, Sona or Lulu have the problem of getting focused down first, being unable to do anything and then seeing their frustrated teammate dying after them, Nami can peel for herself with her ultimate and Q while healing herself with her W. As we already have said, Nami can work with majority of teammates, but I think the best pairs are bruisers that will get benefit from the anti-kiting power she offers to them. But what if you want to be the main character that gets to do the damage and melt down your opponents, having them to get tankier just so nothing changes? In that case, Kog'Maw is the pick for you. One of the best AD carries to deal with tanks, scaling amazing well with item, as his weakest point, the early game, gets largely mitigated as you only lose 2 hit points for losing the first rounds. Here it has to be noted that Kog'Maw is not the best blind pick. It is better to pick him second and probably avoid picking him altogether if you see assassins in the lobby, as there's very little you can do about them. Picks like Scanner, Nautilus, Leona, Thresh or Poppy can almost guarantee you a second spot. The reason is these champions can offer some very needed early game power till Kog'Maw reaches 4 to 5 items and start doing real damage. Any augment that gives you auto attack range or attack speed is a must. If you have enjoyed the video so far and perhaps want to see some more conventional picks to abuse to get to Gladiator, like the video and check my previous video to see what is a great alternative to Kog'Maw. And what is a category of champions that AD carries hate while others love their flashy gameplay? Assassins. And while we all have seen plenty of them in our arena games, there are some that are surprisingly strong that seem close to no play. The first is Nidalee. She is traditionally known as an early game jungle stomper. And while that does not change in the arena, her late game can get really strong under certain conditions. The reason a champion like Nidalee is set to not scale is how bad she is on late game big teamfights, as she has no AoE damage or any form of CC. She is a siege/pick champion that wants to kill one target. Luckily for her, teamfight stage will never come, as arena is 2v2 the whole game. She can greatly poke the enemies and then go in her cougar form and finish them. But what is the condition that makes Nidalee a real menace? A frontline champion that has CC. If your teammate can stun them and you hit a full range Q in late game, that can very well mean that the enemies will lose half their health bar from one single spell hit that has an extremely small cooldown. I personally had the most success with champions like Leona that can offer consistent CC as it is point and click, giving plenty of time to your full range spear to reach them. But Nidalee is not the only shapeshifter that is really strong. There is another one that is also considered a strong early game jungler but in the arena can scale pretty well, and that is Elise. Unlike Nidalee though, Elise is at her strongest when paired with another assassin, as she has herself her cocoon to stun them and burst them down together with your ally. While your spider form will let you do great against their front lines, giving you some great on hit damage and sustain with your W. After all, Arena is meant to be fun, so feel free to experiment with different champions as there are some pretty funny combinations. For that reason, there is gonna be a video with off-meta builds that are both extremely fun but also very strong, so make sure to subscribe to not lose it. Bye!